You know, the Covenant should really recon their drop locations more. Dropping into a fuel rod cannon wielding Spartan? That's not a good idea. Hello and welcome to another legendary solo no deaths Spartan Ops run. This is episode 4, chapter 1, Hairy Call on Sniper Alley. This is the third and final time we'll be at Sniper Alley, fortunately. In a couple of episodes time, I actually get some new maps to hang out on.
We're on the hunt for Jewel and Dama. This hinge-head freak's been killing good soldiers on Requiem.
My loadout for this mission, I've gone with DMR, plasma pistol, pretty standard, got the regen so I can get my shields back without having to wait for the recharge delay. I've also got shielding on, get a couple of assassinations on here. The shielding makes it so that once your shields do start recharging, it recharges much more quickly than it usually does.
So, with the help of the geeks, we're gonna tap their party line and listen in. Miller, show Crimson where to go.
As you'll see, the combination of shielding and regen means that I can keep my shields up fairly efficiently. It's not something I would actually recommend, having had this experience, because weirdly, your shields only actually recharge at the slower rate while you're inside the regeneration field. So on balance, it's probably best to go with AA Efficiency so you can use your regen as often as you like.
Discuss your fascination with telling Crimson what's shooting at them all the time.
So in this mission we're going up the valley, all the way to the top, hitting some buttons. Apparently that's let us eavesdrop on some Covenant transmissions and gives us a bit of an edge in the overall warfare, and then we're going to come all the way back down the valley and get picked up by a Pelican. Along the way there's going to be plenty of dropships, there's going to be a couple of hunters, plenty of guys with fuel rod guns, and plenty of turrets, at least on the way in. See another dropship in the background there. Sniper Alley is one of the maps where there are loads of these little ammo crates like that. So do pick a UNSC weapon. Some more plasma pistols there, but I've actually got more than 100%. That's the benefit of the ammo perk. This bit's a little bit tricky. There's a few elites stationed up on the top of these stairways here, and they come down to you a little bit aggressively, but then once you start shooting them they go back up, and sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to get their shields down and actually kill them. From this distance they will not shoot you that much though, you have to get a bit closer, like that. Sometimes that can be a good thing to do to actually draw them down the ramps. Whoops. There isn't anything particularly special about this, it's just a lot of fighting, a lot of killing of enemies. Mostly DMR action, bit of plasma pistol overcharge EMPs to elite shields. There's also some fuel rod guns that I'm going to take advantage of, especially later on to help me deal with the elites. A lot of elites coming at me all at once as well. Obviously it's always good to get a bit of height advantage. And here's the first lot of fuel rod guns. Obviously there are a few more already before this that I could have picked up, but until I had a lot of ammo I decided I would just stick with the plasma pistol. So I had to go forward there, trigger the next enemies to come in. Whole bunch of elites. I can actually draw them up to this ramp and use my fuel rod gun to blast them away. Gonna get out here, see if there are any other enemies. I can see a big red dot. There's some. Sometimes I wonder if that's a little bit overpowered. The new Halo 4 motion tracker gives you indications of enemies that are actually a really long way away, far outside of your normal motion tracker range. Do not be fooled by the red dots. That does not mean it's the last of them.
Infinity Science says this is the spot where we can activate the comm tap.
Bit more ammo.
You see anything, Crimson?
There's where science
Well, I see a button.
Do it. Let's see if the
Gonna have to press this to activate a comm tap, apparently. I think this was something about the Covenant using the Prometheans' subnet on Requiem to route their communications through rather than using broadcasted communications. At least I assume that's the difference.
Crimson, I'm sending you a target to activate. Science team believes it will allow us to listen in freely.
Ah, these guys just picked the worst drop location, didn't they? Good for even more than one recharge these regen fields. Using these railings to as much cover as I can muster. Obviously if they press you too much, just go back down the valley. Completely disengage, make your way back up. Use your DMR range advantage. Come on. There we go. Apparently got another button to press. Goody, I love buttons. So many weapons crates. You'd think that would be something that the UNSC would not want lying around.
Yeah, right. Miller, send the comm traffic over to Intel. Crimson, fall back to the extraction point. Good work down there.
So I'm gonna have to work my way through all these guys as well. A couple of hunters, some ranger elites. They have the jetpacks, but their shields are slightly weak to compensate for their extra movement ability.
Aircraft are just popping in and out. I don't know what's going on.
Well, figure it out.
Still got plenty of Forerunner gun for these hunters. Not gonna be a problem at all, really.
Commander, I'm running diagnostics as fast as I can, and they're reading all green lights. Best guess is the Cubbies have a jamming system on one of those ships.
Commander Palmer to all fire teams. Be advised that Covenant aircraft may be hiding in plain sight. Don't rely solely on your gear down there. Use your eyes, people.
So Commander Palmer, being an excellent Spartan leader, has just advised all the teams to use their eyes, which I would have thought would be something that they would just be doing anyway, rather than just relying on all their tech and sci stuff. Good job, Palmer. You've trained everyone well. Extra Forerunner gun ammo. Not running out anytime soon. I think that's a second crate. And then obviously, as I said, there was a bunch of Forerunner gun grunts, a few Forerunner gun elites that were lying around. Give you a little bit of a top up for it. Not too much resistance here really, because you do have to go all the way up and then all the way back down. Just once we get back down to the valley, there is going to be quite a few enemies. Going to have to draw them into a bit of a choke point there. And another dropship, I'm gonna bet. Yep. This one was a few marksman jackals. Want to take those out as quick as you can. That was only 2 shots. I swear the carbine doesn't do that much damage in multiplayer. Yikes. Whoa. That was a bit close. Okay, this is getting a bit hairy. Oh, my shields were already recharging. That was a bit of a waste there. Don't run up the stairs with your back to it. These elites have obviously never had proper combat training. Just running straight up the stairs, straight towards the exit. You always look up to the corner, because that's exactly where people are going to ambush you from. Silly elites. got to push up a little bit further to get the last guys. They're in the valley, right at the end. You recognize this from the campaign level Reclaimer. This is where the mammoth drops you off, with extra rocks sort of thrown around, basically. So, gonna have to take out these guys. Funny thing I worked out, if you stand on this little rock here, you can actually draw the enemies to you. Apparently something about standing there really annoys them for some reason, so they just want to press at you and attack you. But they have to come around a 90-degree corner for that. Single file right into the path of your Fury gun fire. Just hop up there, draw maybe a couple to you, hop off, the others will back off, rinse and repeat. It's fairly simple. Oh, and a few more grunts. Another phantom. What a joyful day. Really helpful if a pelican came in and, you know, gave us a little bit of a hand every once in a while, wouldn't it? Or maybe wasn't so damn picky about their LZs, just came in where we were. Oh no, it's gotta be where I dropped you off. And again, go up on the rock, you'll notice red dots coming at you. Oh, that was a bit of a bad shot. Come on. Happily that box got in the way, and it's restricting their movement a little bit. That wasn't intentional, that's just lucky. Obviously this is something that can go much faster if there's more of you. Put more firepower down the range. This ended up about 13 minutes or something like that. Could probably do it in about 6 easy, 5 minutes if there's like 3 or 4 of you. And now these red chevrons, these are the last enemies. Oh, I missed. There we go. And there we go.
Great job, Crimson.
All done. There's the pelican.
Inbound, Crimson. Commander, I think I've sourced the origin point for the Covenant jammer. It's actually pretty close to Crimson's extraction point.
So that was episode 4, Didact's Hand, chapter 1. Hairy Call, legendary solo no deaths, 12 minutes 40 seconds, 99 kills. Left and right you'll have the previous and the next chapters, as well as a playlist link in the middle. Have fun with it, and I'll see you next time, guys.